Hey, it's Greg Luther, and thanks for joining us here today for this Facebook Live. I've got something very important to speak with you about. As you can see from the title here, stop selling real estate. What the heck do I mean by that? You got to think about the fact that, look, you can't be doing this forever. You got to think about, am I ever going to be able to retire from this industry? What does my net worth look like right now? Have I bought all my debt down? That's going to be the topic of our Facebook Live call today. If you're not familiar with me, my name's Greg Luther. I coach real estate agents all over the United States. And many times they come to me because they've been selling real estate for a long time. They're not making the kind of money they want to. And more importantly, their financials are not where they need to be. So that's what I wanted to chat with you about here today. We're actually going to be going into a deep dive on this very soon at an upcoming call. If you'd like to see a little deeper training on this, you can go to luthercall.com. Again, luthercall.com. I'm doing this from my phone, so I can't type while I'm talking. Any of you that are watching, if you could type that in, that would certainly be appreciated so that everybody can see it. But what were we talking about? Getting yourself to retirement. The recent stats that I've seen show that you need to have $2 million in net worth in order to retire. And here's what I mean by that. You know, it used to be if we retired at 65 years old, we would only need 10 or 15 more years of revenue in order to live out our life, right? Well, the bad part is now you retire at 65 years old, you may live another 30, 40 years. You need a lot of disposable income that you can utilize. And frankly, a lot of us sell real estate well past that, 70, 80 years old, right? We're vibrant almost to 3 digits nowadays. So you need to start thinking about, how am I ever going to build a net worth if I've got debt, if I'm negative, right? For a lot of people, I mean, this is, you know, a little morbid to kind of talk about, but if you see a homeless guy in your town, and nearly every town has homeless people, right? What if that guy's like $200,000 richer than you are? Because you owe the IRS, or you owe medical bills, or you owe student debt, or you owe credit cards, which it never ends with credit cards because our expenses are so high as a real estate agent, right? So that's a big problem for us, is how are we ever going to build a real net worth, get some good investments, get a lot of money in the bank if our expenses are outrageous and we haven't gotten our debt taken care of? Well, let me tell you, and you heard me say this before, you don't have a problem with expenses, you have a problem with income. And if you can fix the income side of things, you're going to find that you're going to be in a heck of a lot better position. So that's one thing that you really need to get focused in on, is how do I get my revenue up? How do I get my number of closings up every month so that I don't just pay my bills? I'm not interested in paying the mortgage and paying the car note and paying my credit card payment and whatever those bills are. I need to make a gross amount more than that so that I can put back money for a net worth so that I can eventually retire. Now, here's the bad news about this, and I want to make sure you get the math around this. It's important that you get it. Let's say your bills run $6,000 a month. A lot of real estate agents are going to say, man, if I could just make $6,000 a month, I'll be in great shape. I just need $6,000 every month clear, and I'll be in good shape. Well, let me ask you, when will you retire? The answer is never, right? So you're going to do that forever. And when you're 95 years old, you still need to get $6,000 that month. However, if you make twice that much, you get to where you're making $12,000 a month. Don't buy a bigger house. I want you to stay where you're at, spend the $6,000 a month that you need to spend, but also sock away $6,000 into a retirement account. So here's the bad news about that. If you do that every single month for 10 years, you pay your bills and you put an equal amount into a savings account that you don't touch. If you do that every single month for 10 years, you only have enough money to retire for 10 years. So when you retire, you're going to run out of money. That's a major problem. So what I want you to start thinking about here is getting a huge number above whatever that monthly minimum is that you need. You got to get out of survival mode. You got to get out of, I need one more deal to close, or I need, I got to hold these couple of deals together so that I can get my note paid on my car, or get my mortgage paid, or what. Pay that stuff off. How much do you owe on your car? About 2 transactions? Right? Get 2 extra transactions, 3 extra transactions, pay the thing off next month. But you got to know how to attract that business. I'm doing a call coming up here that I'd like to really go into deep dive training on showing you here's the ads to run. Here's exactly how to duplicate this, how to get those good buyers and sellers so that you can close a lot more business. You can go to luthercall.com and reserve your spot for that. It's totally free. You'll see on there, it's going to show you everything that you need. I'll show you actual ads that are working, scripts that are working. I did a Facebook Live yesterday of an agent that closed 5 deals in a month from one ad. He's already closed 4. He's got the 5th one getting ready to close in 1 month. So you got to start thinking about, look, I don't know how old you are right now, but you have to retire from real estate sometime. And if your finances are in shambles, if you still owe debt, if you still owe on a credit card or you owe on your car, you should be paying cash for your car. I mean, how many transactions? Is it true that if you closed 3 or 4 transactions next month, you could pay cash for a new car? Right? You've got to get the revenue way up. If you need $2 million to retire, that's the published number. You need $2 million in your bank account to successfully retire. And if I ask you, how short are you of that $2 million? If you say you're like 2.6 million short of $2 million, you got a problem and you got to get it fixed immediately. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can increase your revenue without increasing your expenses. How do you get more motivated clients, buyers and sellers that you can work with that will close quickly and that will raise your revenue so you can buy all of your debts down to zero. If you're taking notes right now, I want you to write this down. I must get to zero. I must get to zero. You have to pay all of your debts off if you ever want to build a real net worth for yourself. Why would you put money in a savings account and you're paying 18% on a credit card? You see what I mean? Like, you've got to get yourself to zero. We're not really taught in real estate how do we handle our finances correctly. How do we build a real net worth for ourselves? I want to show you how to get your revenue up so you quit thinking about your expenses. Your expenses are not the problem. What are you going to do if you ever decide to slow down or stop selling real estate altogether? You got to have yourself in the right mindset of socking money away while you can so that you eventually feel confident in what your net worth looks like and can ultimately sell your real estate business or just close up shop when you no longer want to sell. So lots of different approaches you can take. I'm going to show you how to do it on luthercall.com. I can see a couple of you typed it in the chat here, so you're welcome to click that or just type it in yourself. Totally free call. I'll go into a deep dive. It won't be from my phone. It'll actually be from my computer where I'm going to jump into our account here and show you how leads are generated, what we're spending per closing, how we're generating so much revenue with thousands and thousands of closings all over the country. Many of you know, because I coach so many agents, I also generate leads for them, and I get referral fees. 6 figures monthly is what I'm shooting for, just in referral fees. Let me show you how we're doing it. Let me show you how you can copy it yourself. You don't have to work with me. You don't have to work with Facebook or Zillow or anybody if you don't want to, but I want to show you what's actually working so you can copy it yourself. I'll show you exactly what to do. I'll give you the actual ads. But, again, it's all under the mindset of I got to start making more money to put money away so that I can retire sometime. But there's no sense in putting money away if you have debt. It is not wise to have a payment on a car. It is not wise to have a payment on a house. Get yourself and all of your debts bought down to zero so you can build a net worth. I'm going to show you how to do it. Hopefully that's been helpful for you. I got a bunch of coaching calls that I need to do today. We're doing a live video call for all my coaching members. So I've got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be doing. I got to get rolling here. But I'd love to see you on that call that we're putting together. luthercall.com. I think you'll find it to be very, very helpful for you. And hey, who knows? Maybe it's going to get you going in the right direction. And 2019 will be the year that you buy all your debts down and you start socking away a whole bunch of money so you have a real net worth. I'd love to make it happen for you, but I got to tell you, it's not going to happen from 1 or 2 good months. It's going to happen from 1 or 2 good years. You got to do this consistently month after month after month. I'm here to help you. Let me know what I can do to help you. Reach out if you'd like. I'm always here to help and answer any questions you may have. But again, go to luthercall.com. Get yourself reserved for this free training call. If I can shed some light on your finances and get your family to where you're making a lot more money, I've done my job and I'm happy with it. So would love to see you on there, luthercall.com. Thanks for joining us on this Facebook Live. By the way, before you leave, like this page. Give me the thumbs up, share it with a friend, whatever. It's going to be good for you and me because I do lots of trainings that will be very helpful for you. So do me a favor and like this page. And if you'd like, share it with other real estate agents that you know. You can never have too much good information, too much good mindset stuff on what you need to do to successfully build your finances, take care of your family, and ultimately build a retirement for yourself. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for joining us here today. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.